Dun, 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 dun.
Sony's really trying to get the butts and seats, in the theater with Uncharted with free trailers now. And a couple of free trailers, yeah. We've had a couple clips and stuff that we've looked at in the midst, but primarily 3 trailers, including this one. A final trailer to best sum up the marketing run, which thus far, I think, and I get maybe why they're pushing so many out, because they're like, okay, Spider-Man's doing so well right now as a Sony film, and this might do well. It's starring Tom Holland, of course, he's in both movies, but this doesn't have the Marvel attribution nor the Spider-Man component. So this is entirely something different. It's based on a popular video game property, which I'm sure will pull in some of the video game fans. And we'll see what happens. But again, maybe they're like, well, we should make sure we can guarantee our success as best as possible. I think, at the very least, it'll be enjoyable. Again, I love watching Tom Holland. Mark Wahlberg is cast alongside him. I'm sure, actually, from what I've seen the past 4 trailers, their dynamic in terms of the way they interact with each other, it's fabulous. But it is another one of these video game adaptation releases, which, as I've said, and I'm sure everybody knows by now, has had, sure you could look at how many projects in the past that would prove this. They've had a very complicated run. They haven't always scored the best in regard to ratings, but some have done well, and some have certainly done very well, in terms of a commercial reach and getting people, and the fans of the video game series, but maybe critically doesn't factor as well. But again, who listens to many of the critics these days? I think thus far, it's had a lot of potential. It's like another action. Again, I haven't played the Uncharted games, so this is very much a fresh look to me, and not just respect to the film and where this story is going, but also with where the video game property might go in terms of just my general understanding. But it's like a typical, not typical, but I don't want to use that word necessarily, but it's like an action, adventure, archaeology, thriller set video game. Again, a lot of Tomb Raider vibes from what I'm getting here, from at least what I've seen in the trailers. And I do feel, at least, the marketing run has improved going forward. But I did feel, at least at the very beginning, I'm like, okay, this seems like a very straightforward action-adventure video game adaptation. I've seen this type of shtick before, but it's I think maybe it's just that first trailer, because the second trailer, and I think the scene we saw, painted it in a little bit of a better perspective, and Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg are in this. Big draws for me. I'll at least give it a chance. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final trailer. We're going to go ahead and watch this first, and we'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment for us watching the video together. I mean, again, in hindsight, I'm sure people would agree with this. Ideally, I would have played the video games first going into watching these films, but it would just become a fresh take for me, on multitude levels. And maybe, again, this will serve as a big tease to get me into playing the video games. I don't know how many there are, but I know it's an ongoing series of multiple issues. Here we go. Let's take a look. Hey, there's H&M. I love shopping there.
It's the biggest treasure that's never been found.
5 billion, easy.
So when do we start?
Yeah, put that in your ear.
It's got a good layout in regard to the set pieces.
I can hear you. I'm sitting right next to you.
Your brother believed that there was a final piece.
But you know my brother Sam?
What else aren't you telling me?
You have no idea who you're partnered with.
Sully, hurry! It's gonna take a little longer than I thought.
And I do think the action sequences have looked better with time.
50-50. You get 10%. That's me being generous.
Wow.
Let's find some parachutes.
What?
Unless you know a better way to jump out of a plane.
And that's a scene we looked at in better detail. That did look enjoyable.
500 years ago, my family found the fortune, then was betrayed. So much blood.
You're doing great, Gene.
And Tom Holland is certainly leading that material. I mean, he's more than proven himself in how many recent movies he's been in. Although this film has been in development for like a really long time. Which could be good or bad. We'll see.
What's with the cat?
She's just for you.
What?
Life seems super sad.
I'm not gonna keep this thing.
Exclusively in movie theaters.
See, that's really, again, what's bringing me in. Because, again, I love the dynamic between them. I'm not sure why they gave an ad for Horizon. That had, like... Does that have something to do with Uncharted? Like, is it connected at all? I know there's that other game coming out that they've advertised previously in regard to their marketing. Like some collection or something. What does Horizon Forbidden West have to do with this? I thought there was something separate. I haven't even looked at that yet. I'll cover it probably eventually. Well, we'll see, but... I don't know. Oh, it's available the same day? Well, okay. I don't know, like, why not just advertise those separately? Are they related? Maybe by genre, I don't know, but okay. So if you like Uncharted, you might like Horizon Forbidden West. Strange ending, but fine. Looks enjoyable. Again, like I said, it seems typical to some other films that I've seen in regard to this genre, but the action scenes look good, the set pieces look great. I like the pirate ships. Those are actually quite enjoyable to watch. Even though, again, they're hovering over the water, and typically you'd see them in the body of water, so it's a bit of a change, but okay. The action choreography looks good. I like the cast. I did forget Antonio Banderas in this, and of course he's a classic actor. We'll see. I just have to wonder, where will this fall? I mean, I'm sure the Uncharted fans are going to be going to this one, probably en masse. I mean, again, I understand it's very popular. I don't know. Maybe this will be another shake-up to the video game genre. Again, the conflicting run that these have had in regard to movie adaptations. I mean, there's been some again that I've enjoyable. Like I said, I enjoyed Tomb Raider, but I can think of other bombs like Hitman. Oh, Hitman. Well, the first one has some content issues, but I think it was better than the sequel. Hitman Agent 47 was an absolute waste of time. Anyway, like that, you want to talk spotty track records. That's like, at least from what I've seen, that is, bottom of the barrel. Sorry, Hitman fans. I mean, how many people are fans of that movie? I don't know. But anyway, it just wasn't that good. But hopefully Uncharted's better. At least it looks that way. But this has been, again, as I said, in development for a long time. So that could go either way. What are your guys' thoughts with Uncharted? And again, we've had free trailers, so this movie's more than, expressed itself in regard to a marketing phase. Now it's just a matter of how many people actually go to watch the film and how many people this movie can bring in. Let me know whether they be Uncharted fans already or newcomers like me. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, like, subscribe, sharing that bell, until we get to watch more perhaps some future Sony endeavors, perhaps with new video game adaptations. Even though, again, I know, Uncharted's a big one right now. Maybe there'll be sequels in the future, depending on how well this does. We'll see. But in time, I'm sure we'll get to watch something else together. And then, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves, your fellow man. God bless, and peace.